Watching that AI-generated Taylor Swift video singing to King Jesus really triggered me, and it inspired me also for this musing. Triggers, yeah. It triggered a memory, it triggered a feeling. And I'm reminded, a person that I know here in real life came to mind when I was contemplating this trigger. This person, I don't even have to use this person, I can use myself as the example. Coming from the extreme fundamentalistic wing of Christianity, the one that is all about holiness, obedience to the Lord, not my will but thy will be done, total abdication of our will, of our nature, of our life force to God. That's the wing of Christianity I came from. And that's the wing, that's the experience I can only speak from. And of course, there are thousands of people that are part of that wing, that espouse the beliefs and teachings of that extreme wing of abdicating your life force. Why do I call it life force? Because your will is your life force. Your life force is expressed as your will. And if your theology teaches you that you have to give up your will, your nature, to some spirit in the sky, essentially you die. You become a walking zombie in this earth life. You're generally the sheep that follows the big herd of groupthink, of all the other sheep that have given up their will, their self-determination, and they follow usually a leader that tells them how to conduct themselves in their life, how to behave, what to eat for breakfast, what clothes to wear, what car to drive, if you're allowed to drive a car, etc., etc. The point I am making is that, and Aaron Tomlinson has spoken about this on recent videos, this would be the right-hand path practiced by most of the religions in the world. The right-hand path is that of giving up your life, giving up your will, giving up your nature, giving up your self-determination. And you just get swallowed up into the collective, into the big ocean of we are all one, right? There is no individuation on the right-hand path. And there's no individuation once you have given up your will. So I lived the right-hand path for pretty much 50 years of my life. 50 years of my life I was right-hand path, giving up my will, conforming to the will of another, which we call God. But we also, many of us have also given up our will to government, to parents, to teachers. We allowed ourselves to be led about by someone else. To think that we have the right to make our own decisions, to do our own thinking, was deemed as rebellious, was deemed as sinful, was deemed as bad. After all, you not being able to be easily controlled is considered bad because you become a problem in society. So the majority of people fall in line. They conform to the right-hand path, giving up their self-determination. In the last 6 years, in the last 5 years, I'm jumping ahead, it seems that in the last 5 years I have found the left-hand path. I have found the path of the renegade. I have found the path of the rebel. I have found the path to self-determination, thinking for myself, feeling into my nature. What does my individuated nature want to experience in this life? What does my nature want to do? What does my nature want to feel? I get to decide that now, right? I no longer give up my will to the will of another. That's the left-hand path, and it has been maligned by the right-hand path religions as Luciferian, as bad, as the rebellious angel, right? Because you want to have your will, and you should have your will. It's not bad. There's nothing bad about that. We were just indoctrinated into the idea with these archetypes of Satan and Lucifer, that is evil and dark, and we don't want to associate with anything evil, right? So we cower and bow down to the pressure. But yeah, so coming back to my friend, she is the epitome of a life that's walking about in grave clothes. There is no spark, there is no life force energy emanating from her. It's the living dead, literally. It's the living dead. If you give up your will, you become a living dead person. Your energy goes flat. And it's sad. It's sad. I lived a dead life for 50 years of my life. Only at 50 I resurrected my will. I resurrected my nature. I cast off the belief that I was bad, that to have a will was a bad thing. And it's been the best thing ever. So I just wanted to explain that, and maybe this helps someone find your own will and have the courage to embrace that.